Welcome everybody to the NCAA selection show for our NCAA all-time tournament team, the league. This is the pure NCAA tournament all-time league, and we will show you why. When you take a look at the rules for this, you're going to have 2 periods, 20 minutes a game, 5-minute overtimes, but there is going to be no shot clock. And no shot clock at all, and no timeouts, and no media timeouts, none at all. A jump ball is a true jump ball, and you are going to have all the games on neutral courts, no matter what, all the games on neutral courts, and you're going to have zone defense, yes, and no three-point shot, and every period they're going to jump the ball. For your fouls, you're only going to get a 1 and 1 at 10. That's it. That is it, a 1 and 1 at 10. Offensive fouls count as team fouls. Technicals as personal fouls. And as you can see, no season usage penalties. It's going to be total records. You're going to play everybody twice in your league. That's what you're going to do, is you're going to play everybody twice in your league. So all we're going to do tonight is we are going to sim everything. There are 19 different divisions. 19 different divisions. And what we're going to do is we are going to simulate every single game and then go from there. So we're going to play all the games, and there it is. So it's starting off, they're all going to play a total of 22 games. So let's take a look right now at some of the divisions while we do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, well, they're going to play, there's 11 teams there, so I'm thinking that they might play 20 games. I don't know, but you play everybody in your division twice, 1 home and 1 away. They are broken up into eras. So when you take a look at this, breaking this up into eras, let's not hide anything. There we go. And we're going to take a look at some of the teams and games. Right now, as you go through, you can see 71 UCLA, 72 Florida State. These are all the final 4 teams from every era. Look at Dayton beat North Carolina from 1967. You just never know. Some of the older UCLA teams, their defense was very good. You see some scores are high and some are just absolutely low, but that's the thing, no timeouts. No anything like that. UCLA of 07 made it. Remember Ben Howland? He came through. You're going to have, oh, look at Duke and Butler. They played, and Duke beat Butler. But North Carolina of 2000, looking good. They're 2-0. We're taking a look at some of these so far. This is 2 games. Right here, this is a pure NCAA tournament. 1990 UNLV, they're really good. They won by 7 though. Syracuse and Providence of this same year. You're going to play a lot of teams from your same year. UCLA in 1980, they're a team. Look at 82 Georgetown only scoring 30 points. That isn't what you want. You know, and you take a look at this. It's going to go for a little bit. 69 UCLA. You don't expect every UCLA team to make it. Your top, they're 19. Your top 4 make it. That's going to give you 78 teams. No. 76 teams. Your top 4, so 19, 38, that's 76. And then the 5th place teams. 5th place, they are going to play. And when the 5th place teams play, they're all going to line up. They're going to be 19 teams, 1 division. That's it. And they're going to play. In the 5th place, they're going to play twice, again like normal. This is going to take a little bit. But as you can see, look at Georgia Tech. I mean, they're a Final Four. A lot of teams are Final Four teams. 91 Duke is 0-3. 90 Duke is 3-0. That is a surprise. North Carolina, look at Penn. They're 2-1. Remember, they got blown out by Michigan State. I think they were down 49-15 at the half of that game. Sometimes you get those years. St. Bonaventure was good in 1970, but UCLA out of the same year. They keep them early on in the same eras. Good or a bad thing, because when you pull from different eras, you just never know, but which era was strong or whatever. UNC Charlotte, you remember they had Cornbread Maxwell, who accidentally tipped that final ball in against Marquette when they were tied with 3 seconds to go. Louisville of 05, they're 4-0. Maryland of 02, they're 4-0. So their teams here. I let the computer pick all the teams. I let the computer do it. I don't care to pick teams at all. I really don't. Because if I do, my own bias gets into it. Now, if I pick a team and I look at 84 Houston, oh my goodness, they're getting whacked. If I pick the teams, then my bias takes over. And unless there's a certain thing, like I have a tournament where they're my favorite teams, or I highlight something. But if I'm doing best of all time and I got 200 and some teams to pick from, I'm going to make the computer do it. I really am. And then what's going to happen, I guess, this weekend or whatever, I'm going to set this up. We're going to do this here, and we're going to do this for hockey, and we're going to do this for pro basketball as well. The reason why I'm having everything go like this right now is to show everybody it's legit. You know, we're picking this up. It's also pretty interesting right now. Well, look at the bottom of your screen. We're going to go to different divisions. Take a look. This is the second division. The Fab Five second year, they're 4-0. 90 UNLV's undefeated. 88 Oklahoma is undefeated. 88 Duke is. Kentucky of 84 with David Bowie. Yeah, how about that? Sam Bowie, they are undefeated. North Carolina with Michael Jordan, they are good. 82 Houston, Phi Slamma Jamma. Well, North Carolina State, where are they? NC State is 0-4. You want to talk about upset teams. How about Penn being 4-1? Notre Dame is 78, 2-1. Indiana State 3-2. You take a look at all these as this is going. How about this division? Some of the older teams. How about the mixed teams? When they're mixed, Utah is winning at 5-0. Ohio State is 4-0. They have Bobby Knight on that team as a player. Villanova, those 4-1. Cincinnati has Oscar Robertson. Why did I say Oscar Robinson? It's not. It's Oscar Robertson. Remember, the top four go. When we take a look at other Michigan, Loyola, Chicago, Duke, and Ohio State is good. UCLA is 5th. Look at UCLA in the late 60s. They have 67 and 65. They're both 4-1. Utah is 3-1. Texas Western. Look at them. They are 4th. Texas Western. But look at all those 3-2 teams. Princeton with Bill Bradley is good. North Carolina is 0-4. Houston is 67-68. North Carolina there. And, of course, division number 19. That is a current division. Wisconsin is 4-1. Florida 4-1. You can see Duke and Kentucky going through Syracuse. Let's check the first division again. First division, you can see Kansas is undefeated. They're looking good. Kansas at 12. Duke is also good, but you got a quagmire of teams. I'm looking up here. You have North Carolina of 09. They're 6-1. UConn, Ohio State, and Kansas. Georgetown of 07. I forgot that they did really well back then. Louisville, Illinois, Michigan State, and UCLA. They're there. George Mason is 2-5. 04 Georgia Tech is 1-6. Maryland of 02 is 6-1. Duke You can see Arizona. Look at all those 4 and 3s and 3s and 4s in that. Maryland, Duke, Arizona. This is like this is tough. I mean, 76 Indiana's 3 and 4. They went undefeated in regular season. UCLA beat them by 5. There are a lot of really good games here. There's no shot clock or anything. UTEP is now 5 and 2. They beat Princeton by 1. Yeah, you see some very odd scores, but it happens. There are no 6-4 games. Kentucky beat Wichita State by 2. Wisconsin is winless. Going to Division 7 through 12. Some of the older teams, Arizona, Kansas, Kentucky, and Duke there. By UNLV in 1991, they're doing better. UNLV in 1990, they're good. Those two are very good. Kansas of 1991, remember they lost to Duke in the NCAA title game. I think it was 77-67. UNLV is 1 and 2. The 5th ranked team is 91 North Carolina. You can see Duke there. Duke is none of the Duke teams except for 94 Duke. 92, 93 Duke. They got to really pick it up to be in. Remember, we have 4 fifth-place teams. So look at St. Bonaventure, Purdue, Drake. You can see all these. North Carolina, Houston. This is phase number 1. We're about halfway through picking all of these teams. Look at 81 North Carolina, 81-82. Remember, it's the first year first. Houston of 83 has really picked it up. Virginia is 2 and 6. They're not doing really well. Penn Quakers, they're 6 and 2. They're doing pretty well. Kentucky of 96. They're a good team. You know, you take a look at that team. It's a lot of things. Al McGuire and Marquette, they're down. DePaul is 4 and 4, but that division in the far right, Michigan State is now 5 and 2. Indiana State is 3 and 5. There are a lot of teams there. Notre Dame 7 and 1. That's I believe the one with Bill Lambier on it. Taking a look now, Rutgers. How about Rutgers in 1976? They'll be in. Right now, UCLA is also 5 and 4. There are 2 UCLAs at the top. There are some UCLAs. 72 UCLA is 9 and 0. They might be a favorite, but they gotta. You gotta be. They're in their era. So Providence, UCLA, Villanova, Memphis State. So North Carolina, UCLA is 6 and 2. Houston is 6 and 2. Purdue, Ohio State, Jacksonville is 4 and 4. They're a crazy team. They can score and go nuts with scoring. Always enjoyed watching Jacksonville play. In fact, I want to see where Jacksonville is on this. You play 100 and some games a team. So we're about halfway there. You take a look at this. North Carolina beat UNC Charlotte. That's big. UNLV beat Kentucky. You can see some of this separation going on right now. Yeah, Jacksonville and New Mexico State 95-87. Remember when we played that homebrew, they scored 140 points. They won 140 to 136. So Florida beat Michigan 43-37. There are some teams that, it'll be interesting when we mix the eras. Speaking of mixing the era, look at the far right. You have one team that's good. North Carolina, Duke. You have a lot of this. Look at North Carolina's 43-41 over UMass. UMass is a very good team. Wisconsin, you can see a 15. They're 8 and 2. Kentucky right now 7 and 3. Florida, Louisville, UConn is fighting. Wisconsin has yet to win a game. Okay, take it back to the very beginning. Kansas is 10 and 0. They're one of the really good teams. They're dominating their era. Of course, they have Duke, Ohio State, Kentucky, and then VCU would be the 5th team that would be in the wild card tournament, nicknamed the Second Chance Tournament. 5th place teams. They all play 1 game apiece against each other. Utah beat Ohio State. They're Ohio State's first loss. Yeah, take a look. Memphis beat Purdue. So West Virginia of 10, they're 4-5. So when I take a look at that, they're 4-5. 5-5 is 4th place. You might want to win again. Dixon at 20 points for Maryland. He was good. UCLA beat Arkansas. I mean, there is a lot here, and already 12. Say there's 12, and we don't see, I think, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 teams. You play 22 games. I don't think anybody will go 22-0. Penn beat UNC Charlotte. They've lost 2 straight. Rutgers is 8-3. So just the sheer amount of teams, this will be the longest one that we play. Utah beat UCLA. Loyola Chicago's 9-3. Villanova wins. Let's take a look at the 2nd division. These are some of the older teams. Kansas and Oklahoma. UNLV Duke is in Arizona. I believe that's Steve Kerr's Arizona. Would make the playing game. 83 NC State. Look at them. They've come up. They've won like 4 straight. They've won 4 straight. They are 6-5 halfway through. Remember, all the games are on neutral courts. You play everybody twice. So they've won their way back in. They were last place. I'm wondering about 74 NC State. Let's take a look at them. They were good. And yeah, they are there, but they're 5th now. Look at all those teams bunched up at the top. You have all those UCLA teams, but Indiana has come up to 5-7. But you take a look at all those games right now. UCLA with a big win. They're 6-6. Everybody shuffling around. Ohio State is looking good in 1961. UCLA beat Florida 41-32. Oh, that must have been a little bit crazy there as we take a look. Let's take a look at division number 19 really quickly. Yeah, Dayton is 3-10. Oregon State is down there, but let's take a look at this. Wisconsin, Louisville, Connecticut, Michigan then. Take a look over here. I mean, we're going to take a look. We might take a quick break. As I take a quick break here. Hey, Cyro329, good to see you. Cyro329, this is the NCAA All Tournament Group Stage Selection Show. We're going to see which teams are going to be in the All. There's going to be 80 of them. And what they're going to do is they're going to play everybody twice in their group. We're going to have 8 of 10, and then the top 4 make it. So the top 4 of the 8 seeds make it. So that'll be the top 32, and we'll have games and see them, and then we'll have every single game of the tournament. So it would be the best of the best teams would make it. And right now, as we're taking a look, let's go back really quickly to the games. You could take a look at right now all of the standings. Remember, 22 make up. Now, we're going to take a quick break. I need to use the restroom. I'll be back. And as we go through, we're going to go and leave you with the 1980s, some of the strongest basketball you'll ever see. And watch the standings as this goes, and watch some of the games as they go. Remember, no shot clock, no timeouts, no three-point line. Oh, yeah, you got to love it. We'll see you in a little bit, and give me about 2 minutes, and I'll be right back after you use the restroom. We'll be back in a flash. All right, we're back. I had to use the restroom here. I have some water over here. We keep it area specific in the very beginning. And then we go from here. We're about all the way, 15. It's like New Year's. We take breaks early on. We start at the very beginning when there's hype. Look at Ohio State. Now we're going to take a look at the best record. 72, UCLA only lost once. Ohio State only lost once. Wisconsin only lost twice. Kansas only lost twice. Duke in 1999, they only lost twice. In North Carolina, they only lost twice there. Kentucky of 97 and 96 Kentucky. 97 Kentucky a little bit better. Minnesota, look how good they are. They're 12-4, and when you take a look at this, UNLV of 1990, they, even though they went 25-5 and they lost 5, they got red hot near the end, and they really were, incredible. The undefeated team, they were all right, you know. But Illinois, right here, they are 10-6. Arizona, look at Duke. Oklahoma of 1988, they were good even though Kansas beat them. That was a big upset. UNLV of 87, Kansas, Arizona of 88. You go to the 83, that's a big one. 83 Houston, Phi, Slamma, Jamma, but that's 83-84. St. John's, and that's the team that lost to Georgetown in the final. St. John's is really good. NC State, Phi, Slamma, Jamma. I guess this is 83. I guess it is a tournament year. But 81 North Carolina doesn't make sense. 83-84 NC State doesn't, but we'll see who's on those teams. NC State of 1983, they're 10-6, now 10-7. They just lost 47-31. Oh my God. Georgetown, Houston, you see a lot of teams there. 85 Georgetown is down. Villanova is 7-10. They got to at least shoot the ball once when they win the opening tip. UCLA beat St. Bonaventure 82-80. They're high scoring. So Duke beat Loyola Chicago. Loyola Chicago started out very good. These teams are all good. I mean, they're solid. But now you're in this kind of a thing. Syracuse is now 8-9. When you take a look at the 70s, teams of the 70s, I mean, Rutgers was good in 76. Kentucky, UCLA, and UCLA. They might have 2 UCLA teams in there. 76 UCLA. 75 Syracuse. That's unique. They're 8-10. But everybody, look at all those people racing for 5th. All those 76 Indiana is 8-9. They might make it. They're going to be dangerous if they get in. That's one team they got to worry about. We will have 10, 9, 18 broadcasting days. And then we hit the tournament. which would be big. I mean, the 19 broadcasting days would be big. Look at Jacksonville beating North Carolina by 1. They're high scoring, and we all know that. So that's big. Syracuse losing to Cincinnati. As we're about ready to go, we're wrapping up. We're already on the 18th and the 19th games. I mean, Michigan State is there, but take a look at Michigan State in the right-hand column here. Michigan State is 10-8. You're fighting DePaul and the Penn Quakers. That'll be very big. 85 Georgetown is there. Let's take a look at who is watching right now. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I want to do that. That'll be my Saturday league now. The college football is done last Saturday, and that'll be my Saturday league, the 2K5 Sim League. So, yeah. So, if you tested a boatload of settings, yeah, I wanted, yeah, send me everything. Send me everything through email, and I'll let you know when I have it. Send me everything, and then I'll put it in, and probably start it this Saturday for the Saturday League, the all-time tournament, the all-time football league. So there we go. That'll be good. So yes, I am doing it. That absolutely. I will be doing that league. This college football league that I'm doing playoffs. Arizona has a 9-game winning streak. They're 5-5. And let's see if they beat Duke, and they do. They're a dangerous team. So we're taking a look right now. North Carolina went to 65-63. They went to 10-10. They beat Michigan of 89. Funny, Ramil Robinson is the head coach of Cleveland State. And Cleveland State, all right, and Magic Johnson had 13 assists in his Michigan State game. That's incredible. Oh, look at St. Bonaventure. I mean, St. Bonaventure, the Bonnies. I don't think that they have enough to get in. Oh, UCLA of the 60s. Yeah. They might get in. I mean, they got everybody up except for the early 60s. They got a lot of people up. We're going to probably make the brackets this weekend of all the different teams and the leagues and stuff like that. 21, we're almost done here. We're at 22, and that's, when that happens, that happens. So Minnesota beat Mississippi State there, and we take a look. Ohio State is 19-1. They only lost one game. But again, you have eras, but they're new eras. So, look at those old teams all beating the newer teams, I guess because of the rules, all that. They're used to it. And they're better fundamental players. Can't just chuck up threes. UNLV by 1 over UNC Charlotte. A lot of very close games. And UCLA beat Houston. They're a fast break team. People don't realize that. UTEP is 10-11. So Wisconsin, they did it. And 22, so Georgetown of 07 is stuck at 11-11. NC State is 74, might be a very powerful team. UCLA is 76. Indiana 76, they're 9-12, they're done. Yeah, 11-11. So Indiana, their undefeated team, is done. I don't think we're going to have any Indiana. Look at Rutgers, 15-6. Georgetown and NC State, they tied 54-52. And there it is. So UNC Charlotte, DePaul. If teams are tied for 5th place, what we do is take a look at the head-to-head. I don't know how many there will be. All these are 12s. We're about ready to go and put the teams in. This will be it. We're going around. Syracuse has one more game to look at. Syracuse is 5-12. Look, they're going a lot faster now. And there it is. So there it is. That's it. We're going to take a look at all these, and here we go. Here are the standings, the scoring leaders, and let's take a look at who will be in our 5th place. So we're going to let it go. There it is. We're going to hit standings. First of all, Kansas, Ohio State, Duke, Kentucky, and 11, Kentucky. Then all of a sudden, that's going to be number 1. Division number 2. North Carolina, Florida, yeah, okay. North Carolina, Florida, North Carolina again, Connecticut, 07, Ohio State. Next one. Wow, look at all those 11-11s. Memphis, UCLA, Georgetown, but they gave Ohio State the nod. Florida, North Carolina, Louisville, Michigan, and 05, Illinois. They were a good team. They go. They beat out Connecticut, Duke. Next one, Maryland, Kansas, Duke, Maryland again, and Syracuse of 03. Then, in the next one, Duke, North Carolina, Florida, North Carolina, 98, Kentucky. They beat out 98, Stanford. Then, Kentucky, Minnesota, UMass. UMass made it. Marcus Camby, UCLA in 95, then 97, UNC. Taking a look at the next one. Arizona, Arkansas, Kentucky, Kansas. The Fab Five, 93, Michigan. They drop. They drop. Duke did make it. Indiana didn't make it. Duke, 94, didn't make it. I don't think we have a Duke team. Both UNLVs. Michigan, Arkansas. They beat out Duke. Arkansas right now. Then Oklahoma, Arizona, Kansas, UNLV, and 88, Kansas. And there we go. We take a look. Houston, 17-5, St. John's. Georgetown, 84, Houston, 84, Georgetown. Look at the talent. Then we take a look. North Carolina, Houston, Virginia, Georgetown, and then 80, UCLA. Taking a look at the other one. UNLV, number 1, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Duke, and 79, Michigan State. And we go down. Rutgers, 1, Kentucky, 2, both UCLA's, and 74, NC State. Look at the talent. He's 5th. These 5th games are unbelievable. UCLA, North Carolina, UCLA, Villanova, and 73, Memphis State. 73, Memphis State will make it. Oh, such tough teams. UCLA, North Carolina, UCLA, Houston, and UCLA of 69. Some of the UCLAs, Utah, UCLA, Duke, Kentucky, and UCLA of 65. It's hard to write with like a marker that doesn't even work, a pen. Ohio State, 1, Wake Forest. Wake Forest. Look at Michigan, Loyola, Chicago. And then 63, Cincinnati. Then Ohio State, 21-1. Utah, Cincinnati, St. Joe's. And 16, UNC. Oh, we got one more. Wisconsin, Kentucky, Louisville, Florida, and then Connecticut. The team that beat Butler, like 30-11. That's going to be it. Fifth, what we're going to do right now is set up internet, let's see, set up, import, export, utility. Here it is, utilities. Create new league. This is going to be 5th place. And there it is. Quality, it's going to be, there it is. 5th place, and now what we're going to do is this. Take a look at what we're going to do very quickly. Rosters, teams. We're going to import teams. This is what we do. Basketball greats. The pure NCAA tournament. So we're going to have 11 Kentucky. Bang. 12. We don't have that. 10, 9, let's see. 10, 9, no. 8. 7 Ohio State. 6, 5 Illinois. 3 Syracuse. 2, 1 no. Now 99 0, 0. That's Arkansas. 99, 98 Kentucky, 97 UNC. Carolina. 96, 95, 94, 93 Michigan. Bang. And then 90 Arkansas. Uh, 89, 88 Kansas. Bang. And then 84 Georgetown. There we go. And that's almost everybody. 80 UCLA and 79 Michigan State. 79 Michigan State. Look at the talent here. Now we go to the other side. Here's 74 NC State. Then we have 73 Memphis State. 69 UCLA. 65 UCLA. 63 Cincy. 16 UNC. And 14 UConn. $19 teams, we're going to import that. There we go. We're going to move all of them to one division. Top 4 go to the NCAA tournament. Top 4. So, we're going to hit exit. Import teams. Oh, well, we already did. Hit exit again. There it is. So, 19 teams. That's 36 games. We're going to hit schedule. We are going to have the tools, the computer generate the schedule. We're going to hit 36 games, because remember 18, you don't play yourself, 2 games. Non-divisional is 0. And they're going to hit generate schedule. And yeah, we're going to overwrite the existing. Of course, it's unbalanced. Now what we do is we're going to hit save, and the next thing we're going to do is hit tools. And clear the depth charts, computer depth charts, clear rotations, computer specialty lineups, computer game plans. And now we're going to hit execute coaching tools. So there we go. Now all of a sudden in tools, we're going to hit team type, college. There we go. Execute team setup. There we go. Tools. There we go. And that is good. Now we're going to go to rules. And this is what we do. 2, 10, no shot clock, timeouts none, timeouts none, overtime timeouts none, no media timeouts, period jump zone legal, no 3-pointers, all games on neutral court. A jump ball, I think I put 15 for the no injuries, fouls, 10, 10, 10. DQ level is 5, 2 technical ejections, no suspensions, technical free throws, 2 shots, no illegal defense. There are flagrant fouls, offensive count as team fouls. No 2 to make 1. And we count technical as a personal foul. Usage, no, but we have fatigue. Here, highlight and standings, select all teams. And here we go. So let's see which 4 go to the NCAA tournament to join the others. Here we go. Pause. Cancel. Yeah, we're not that. So let's go to tools, reset league records, statistics to 0, begin reset. Yes, reset league. Yep. There we go. Now play October 30th and play all games. There we go. So we're going to see it very quickly at the very bottom of the screen. NC State is 74, looking good. 4 teams. Look at UCLA, Memphis State now good. 28 to 15. Oh wow, there are. What the heck? There can't be. Pause. No way. What happened? Oh, 10-minute periods. 20-minute periods. Save. Tools. Yep. go one more time, like 28 to 15. What the heck? And we'll do that now. There's different times, so they might have different lineups and different everythings. So play. And play all games. There we go. I was going to say, oh my God. All right, here we go. And we're going to take a look here. Scoring, Chris Webber's doing very well, but, you know, Connecticut a 14, no. We're taking a look. Some UCLA's. UCLA is 69. They're 5-1. Look at the top 4 teams. You have North Carolina, Arkansas, 1990. UCLA of 69. That's Lou Alcindor, I believe. 93, Michigan trying to get in. Remember, it's the top 4. That's it. No tiebreakers, no anything like that. I mean, that's it. Top 4, no chances after this. Memphis State, well, UCLA got the win there. UCLA is going to make it. They're going to go there. They just look good. Memphis State, Arkansas, Syracuse. Wow, everybody down below just fired up. Well, I guess you have 18 teams, so you do have 36 games. So we're just seeing the very top. 36, there's some teams with 30 games. And UConn is down there at the very bottom. I mean, there's, wow, NC State beats Syracuse. They're going to end this, and there it is. So, taking a look at the entire league. Okay, so when you look at the league, you know, somebody like 84 Georgetown, they didn't make it. You could see team, like they were 46-40. They had trouble scoring. Alcindor was very good at 37 points, 69 UCLA. They, you know, there were some times there, I think their defense hurt them. But here it is. So 69 UCLA, 05 Illinois, 03 Syracuse. That's the tough team. And look at this. So Cincinnati, UCLA, Memphis State, they're giving Arkansas the nod. So those are the 4 teams. We're going to put them into brackets a little bit later, but there you have the NCAA selection show. And finally, UCLA, Illinois, Syracuse, and Arkansas. Illinois, you can see they played a little bit slower. There it is. This is 05 Illinois, D. Brown Jr., not the one that played for the Celtics. There it is. He's going to take it. They were actually ranked 6th, but they were 2nd. UCLA of 69. They're number 1. You have Lou Alcindor, Curtis Rowe, John Valley, Sidney Wicks, Lynn Shackelford. And when you take a look at the team, they won a lot of games big. They did, in control of a lot of them. Well, that Arkansas game was tough. And Arkansas 21-15. So Arkansas of 1990, Todd Daly, Mary Mayberry, Lindsey Howell, Oliver Miller, Ron Hury, Mario Credit, Arlen Bowers, but Todd Day was on that team. Very good. And, you know, 73 Memphis State, Larry Finch, Jim Liss, Clarence Jones, all that, but they miss it. Burleson does not make it. They lose by a game, and so does Magic. There will be no Magic here. The last team is, remember, our Carmelo Anthony, Hakeem Warwick, Jerry McNamara. That's a good team, and they barely made it. There's going to be a lot of good things. It's going to be 8 divisions, 8 of them. Wow. Illinois won. If they go 20-16, They lose and Memphis State gets in. That overtime game against Michigan State. Wow, that hurt. It would have been both 20 and 16. I'm sure Michigan State had one more they'd like, but a lot of Kansas beat Kentucky by 1. You're going to have a lot of them. So now we're down to our last 80 teams. And we're going to have 18 broadcast days to narrow them down to 32 and a tournament. And it should be good. That's going to be it for today. Have a great day. And we'll build the brackets, and we'll see you later. Cyro329, very good. Very good to see you. That's good. Please send me everything. Legend Sports Universe, good to see you. Very good to see you. Always very good, Legend Sports Universe. Love watching your content. Very good, Cyro329. Send me the stuff for the settings. Have a great day. See you later.